Lindo was a child born and raised on the barren and dangerous streets of a poor city in Africa. His life was centered around survival, scavenging for food in the remnants of the neglected, struggling to make it through each day. His life lacked love, protection, or care. Every day was an unrelenting battle. From cold mornings, he would wake up early to search for food in trash bins, hoping to find a piece of bread or a leftover fruit. Other children were also fighting to survive, with no one offering kindness or sharing. For Lindo, life was a relentless cycle of pain and hardship. Under the scorching shadows of the city, Lindo often sought a secluded spot to rest. He would gaze at the vast blue sky, imagining faraway things that scientists were researching, particularly about the universe. Once, he found an old, torn page in the trash that mentioned Elon Musk. Although the page was tattered, Elon Musk's image ignited a spark in Lindo, making him dream of another world where he could belong. Despite a life that was never easy, Lindo always nurtured a dream. Whenever he looked up at the starry sky, he imagined himself aboard a spaceship, flying past stars and distant planets. In those moments, all the hardships of life seemed to fade away. Lindo learned about Elon Musk from stories he overheard during evenings gathered around a fire with other children. Elon Musk, the man who turned the impossible into reality, had pushed humanity beyond the boundaries of Earth. Lindo often imagined the day he could meet Elon Musk, or at least witness a Spacex rocket launch into the sky. Amid a life of hardship, Lindo befriended a child in the same predicament named Timo. Timo was also homeless, and they quickly became each other's most trusted companions. They shared dreams, secrets, and supported each other through the darkest moments. On some nights, the two children would huddle together under a bridge, holding each other to stay warm in the biting cold. Timo was the only person Lindo could rely on. Together, they shared their meager meals, struggled, and faced the challenges of street life. Timo often told Lindo that one day, they would leave these streets and find a better life. Though it was a far-off dream, it was the only thing that kept them motivated to keep going. On a scorching day, as the blazing sun heated the pavement, Lindo sat by the roadside, his eyes lost in dreams of the universe. He gazed at the blue sky, imagining a spaceship soaring past distant stars. At that moment, a luxurious car slowly drove by. The man inside the car glanced out and noticed the boy's intense gaze. It was unlike the eyes of other homeless children. It held a longing, illuminated by a distant dream. That man was none other than Elon Musk, passing through the area on a business trip. Elon Musk sensed something extraordinary about the boy. He decided to stop the car and approached Lindo. Sitting down beside him, Musk asked the boy about his life. Lindo, though surprised, candidly shared his struggles and his dreams of the universe. Elon Musk began to see the unique potential within Lindo. He decided he had to help the boy, ensuring that such talent would not be wasted on streets with no future. Elon Musk sat down beside Lindo, a gentle smile on his face. He began asking Lindo about his life and dreams. Initially hesitant and skeptical, Lindo eventually opened up, sharing the hardships he had endured, scavenging through trash bins for food and curling up under a bridge on freezing nights. Elon listened intently, never interrupting. He saw in Lindo a yearning, a special spark not every child possessed. When Lindo spoke about his dream of seeing a spaceship and flying into the sky, Elon could sense the sincerity and determination in every word. He asked Lindo if he would like to see a real spaceship. Lindo's eyes lit up like stars, disbelief and excitement mixing on his face. Elon realized this boy needed an opportunity, a chance to turn his dreams into reality. He decided to take Lindo with him, not only to help the boy but also to show him that dreams don't always have to remain out of reach. Elon Musk returned to the car and asked the driver to wait a little longer. He extended his hand to Lindo and said, "Come with me, and I'll show you a world bigger than anything you've ever known." Though surprised and slightly nervous, Lindo sensed the sincerity in the man's words. He took Elon's hand, and together, they stepped into the luxurious car. During the ride, Lindo sat silently, gazing out the window at the passing scenery. It was his first time sitting in such a car. Its comfort and safety a stark contrast to the cold, harsh nights on the streets. Elon began to talk to Lindo, sharing stories about the universe, distant planets, and what SpaceX was doing to turn those dreams into reality. Lindo listened intently, his eyes fixed on Elon. To him, Elon was more than just a wealthy man. He was someone who had made the impossible possible. Lindo started to feel that maybe his own life could change too, that perhaps his dreams weren't as far out of reach as he had thought. When the car stopped in front of a large house, Lindo couldn't believe his eyes. It was a spacious home with lush green gardens, a world apart from anything he had ever known. Elon led Lindo inside, introduced him to the staff, and asked them to prepare a private room for the boy. Lindo could hardly believe he would have his own room, complete with a soft bed and warm blankets. He wandered around the room, touching every item as if to confirm it was real. That night, for the first time in his life, Lindo slept on a cozy bed, free from the cold and the fear of being attacked. The next morning, Elon took Lindo shopping for clothes and personal items. For the first time, Lindo wore new clothes and enjoyed delicious meals he had never even dreamed of. He began to feel the warmth and safety that had always been missing from his life. After a few days of settling in, Elon decided that Lindo needed an education. He contacted a local school and enrolled Lindo. On his first day of school, Lindo felt incredibly nervous. He had never imagined he would have the chance to sit in a classroom, listen to lessons, and learn to write like other children. Elon accompanied Lindo to school, introducing him to the teachers and his classmates. Lindo felt a little out of place among the other kids, but Elon encouraged him, saying that education would pave the way for a brighter future. The first few days were not easy. Lindo had to catch up on basic knowledge he had never been taught. However, with determination and Elon's encouragement, he began to adapt and gradually made progress. Lindo grew to love learning. He especially enjoyed science, particularly lessons about the universe and planets. He felt as if he was moving closer to his dream of flying into the sky, and each day at school became a step closer to achieving that goal. Elon Musk decided to gradually introduce Lindo to his world. One day, he took Lindo to the SpaceX headquarters, a place the boy had always dreamed of seeing. As he stepped into the expansive building, Lindo was in awe. Cutting-edge scientific equipment, rocket models, and images of the universe filled every corner. Elon guided Lindo through various areas of SpaceX, explaining the projects they were working on, from launching spacecraft into space to researching ways to explore other planets. Lindo could hardly believe he was standing in a place he had only dared to dream about. He saw engineers hard at work, spacecraft models, and even a replica of the planet Mars. Elon shared his vision of the universe with Lindo, talking about his desire to take humanity to other planets for exploration and habitation. Lindo was amazed by Elon's passion and determination. He began to realize that nothing is impossible with enough determination and passion. The visit to SpaceX deeply inspired Lindo, fueling his resolve to study hard and strive for a brighter future. After the visit to SpaceX, Elon realized that Lindo had a deep passion for science and the universe. He decided to enroll Lindo in an online course on space science. For Lindo, this felt like a new challenge, but he was ready to face it. The first days of the course were tough. Lindo had never learned basic scientific concepts, so he had to start from the very beginning. But Elon was always by his side, encouraging and assisting him. He explained complex concepts to Lindo, helping him understand physics, mathematics, and fundamental principles about the universe. Gradually, Lindo began to grasp and enjoy these subjects. He learned to calculate orbits, understand gravity, and the principles of motion. Whenever he faced difficulties, Elon patiently explained things to him, Elon's care for Lindo was not just about providing support but also about inspiring him. He helped Lindo realize that learning was not merely an obligation but an opportunity to expand his knowledge and move closer to his dream. As Lindo began to adapt to his new life in school, he started making friends with other children. First, he felt shy and out of place because the differences between his background and that of the other kids were so vast. However, with encouragement from Elon and the teachers at school, Lindo gradually opened up and found new friends. In his class, there was a boy named Max who was always willing to help Lindo. Max was cheerful and friendly, quickly becoming Lindo's first friend at school. He helped Lindo get acquainted with other classmates and taught him more effective ways to study. Max also had a strong interest in science, especially the universe, so the two quickly discovered common ground and became close friends. With Max's support and the help of his classmates, Lindo grew increasingly confident. He no longer felt lost or different. Instead, he felt welcomed and included. His new friends not only helped him academically but also brought joy and comfort to his daily life. One day, Elon took Lindo to a Spacex rocket launch. It was Lindo's first time witnessing an actual rocket launch. Standing before the launch pad, gazing up at the towering rocket, Lindo felt his heart pounding with excitement. Everything he had ever dreamed of was now right in front of him. As the rocket began to launch, a deafening roar filled the air, and the ground trembled. Lindo watched intently as the rocket slowly lifted off the launch pad and soared into the sky, leaving behind a trail of white smoke. It was a magical moment that Lindo would never forget. He felt as though he were witnessing a piece of his dream come true. After the launch, Elon asked Lindo how he felt. Lindo couldn't put it into words. He just knew he was more determined than ever. He wanted to study hard, learn more about the universe, and one day be part of missions like this. Elon looked at Lindo and knew that helping this boy had been the right decision. He saw in Lindo's eyes the determination and passion that he himself had once felt as a young boy. Lindo began setting bigger goals for himself. He wanted to become a scientist, to participate in space exploration projects, and maybe one day set foot on Mars. Lindo's dreams were no longer distant fantasies. They were becoming tangible goals he was committed to achieving. Lindo's life changed completely after becoming part of Elon's family. Elon not only provided Lindo with the best material conditions but also gave him genuine love and care. He treated Lindo as his own son, always making time to talk and share with him. Elon took Lindo on outings, involved him in family activities, and helped him experience what love and care truly felt like. Lindo had never known the feeling of being loved and protected like this before. In the evenings, Elon would often sit beside Lindo, reading him books about the universe and great scientists. These were the moments Lindo cherished the most, as he felt Elon's heartfelt care. Elon frequently encouraged Lindo to share his thoughts and dreams, listening intently and offering valuable advice. This love and care helped Lindo grow not just in knowledge but also in spirit. He no longer felt lonely or out of place. Instead, he felt like he was living in a real family. Elon continuously inspired Lindo through his stories and actions. One day, he brought Lindo to one of his talks about the future of the universe. During the talk, Elon shared his vision for humanity, about taking people beyond Earth and exploring new horizons. Lindo sat in the audience, listening intently to every word, his eyes shining with admiration. He could feel Elon's passion and enthusiasm for the universe, and it ignited a powerful flame within him. After the talk, Lindo felt more motivated than ever to pursue his dreams. He resolved to study and work even harder, not just for himself, but to contribute to the grand dreams of humanity. After spending time living with Elon and studying, Lindo realized that his life had completely transformed. From a homeless child with no future, he had become an outstanding student with clear dreams and goals. Lindo had discovered his self-worth, gained trust in life, and developed confidence he had never known before. One day, while talking with Elon, Lindo shared that he wanted to become a scientist, to contribute to space exploration and bring hope to others. Elon smiled, looking into Lindo's determined eyes, and said, "You can achieve anything if you are determined and never give up. I believe you will accomplish incredible things." Elon's words felt like a promise, a source of encouragement that made Lindo stronger on his journey. He knew that no matter how difficult things might get, he would never give up. Lindo had learned the meaning of love, perseverance, and the importance of pursuing his dreams to the very end. After months of dedicated effort, Lindo finally achieved his first milestone. He successfully completed the online course in space science and received a certificate from the program. Elon was incredibly proud of Lindo and organized a small celebration to honor his first accomplishment. At the party, Elon introduced Lindo to everyone at Spacex, and the boy received warm applause from the crowd. Lindo felt deeply moved by the support and encouragement from those around him. For the first time, he truly felt his own worth, that he was capable of achieving meaningful and remarkable things. After the party, Elon presented Lindo with a special gift, a notebook engraved with the words, "Write your own story." Elon encouraged Lindo to keep writing about what he wanted to do, his goals, and his dreams. For Lindo, this was a priceless gift, as it reminded him that his life was in his hands, and he had the power to write a story full of purpose and extraordinary achievements. After completing his first course, Lindo felt as if he was standing at the beginning of a promising new path. Elon decided to give Lindo more hands-on experience in a real-world environment. One day, he brought Lindo to SpaceX's research laboratory so he could observe and learn from some of the best scientists in the field. At the lab, Lindo met engineers and scientists working diligently on cutting-edge projects. They introduced him to the principles behind rocket engines, orbital calculations, and the complex testing required to ensure spacecraft could operate safely. Lindo was amazed by the complexity and sophistication of the technology he had only seen in books before. Elon encouraged Lindo to participate in discussions, ask questions, and even assist with small tasks. Gradually, Lindo began to gain a deeper understanding of the research and development process. He developed a genuine passion for learning and creating new things. The scientists and engineers at SpaceX were also impressed by Lindo's enthusiasm and eagerness to learn, and they were always willing to guide and support him. This journey of discovery not only provided Lindo with practical knowledge, but also allowed him to build connections with talented individuals who constantly motivated and inspired him to keep striving. Lindo felt that he was steadily moving closer to his dream, and he believed that one day, he would be able to contribute to SpaceX's important missions. One day, Elon asked Lindo if he would like to return to the place where he had once lived to share what he had learned. Lindo thought for a moment and agreed, knowing that many homeless children like himself could benefit from inspiration and hope. With Elon's support, they organized a trip back to the impoverished neighborhood in Africa where Lindo had grown up. Upon returning, Lindo felt a mix of joy and sorrow. The homeless children were still struggling with the harsh realities of life, and Lindo saw his past self reflected in their eyes. Elon and Lindo arranged a small gathering with the homeless children in the neighborhood, where Lindo shared his story about the life-changing encounter with Elon and the opportunities he had received. Lindo spoke about his journey of learning, the challenges he had faced, and how he had overcome them. He wanted to convey the message that no matter how difficult life may seem, as long as one doesn't give up hope and keeps dreaming, anything is possible. The children listened attentively, their eyes lighting up with newfound faith and hope, which touched Lindo deeply. Elon also spoke about the educational opportunities available and how SpaceX was striving to bring positive change to the world. Together, he and Lindo decided to fund a project to build a learning center in the neighborhood. This center would provide children with a place to study and access knowledge, giving them the chance to transform their lives. The project to build the learning center quickly took off with Elon's support and the enthusiastic involvement of local residents. The learning center was more than just a place for education. It became a second home for homeless children, a place where they could find hope and safety. Lindo and Elon oversaw the construction process, ensuring everything was done to the highest standard. When the learning center was completed, It became a source of pride for the entire community. The classrooms were equipped with computers and learning materials, and volunteer teachers were invited to help the children. Lindo also took part in teaching, sharing with the children the knowledge he had gained. He realized that sharing knowledge not only helped others but also strengthened his own understanding. One day, Lindo organized a special class about the universe, using images and videos from Spacex to explain the wonders of space to the children. The kids were thrilled to learn about planets, stars, and even spacecraft. They began asking questions, and Lindo felt immense joy seeing their curiosity and passion for science come alive. The Learning Center brought not only knowledge but also joy, unity, and hope to the community. Lindo felt happy seeing other children get the chance to change their lives, just as Elon had helped him. He understood that it wasn't just him who deserved an opportunity. All homeless children had the right to dream and work toward their aspirations. After the Learning Center was established and began operating, Lindo felt he had accomplished part of his mission, not only transforming his own life but also creating opportunities for others. However, he knew his journey was far from over. With Elon's support, Lindo decided to continue his education, aiming to become a true space scientist. Elon took Lindo to a meeting with professors and researchers at a prestigious university, where Lindo could enroll to further develop his skills and knowledge. Lindo felt both excited and nervous, but the confidence he had built over the years reassured him that he could overcome any challenges ahead. At the meeting, the professors were impressed by Lindo's story and decided to grant him a full scholarship. This was a tremendous opportunity, and Lindo knew he would not let it slip away. Before starting his program, Lindo and Elon returned to the Learning Center to hold a small farewell ceremony. Lindo shared with the children there that he would carry the memories and lessons from the center with him throughout his journey. Elon stood beside him, filled with immense pride. He knew Lindo was ready to take the next step, and that the once homeless boy had now become a promising young man with grand dreams and relentless determination. Lindo had not only changed his own life but also impacted the community he once called home, bringing hope and opportunities to many others. On his last day at the Learning Center, Lindo looked up at the sky, where the stars shimmered like the dreams he had long nurtured. He knew the road ahead would not be easy, but he was ready to face every challenge and continue writing his story. With unwavering determination and faith, Lindo set his sights on the future, hopeful that one day he would travel into space, carrying with him not just his own dreams but also those of the children from the place he had once lived. Lindo was no longer just a homeless boy. He had become a symbol of hope, perseverance, and the power to turn dreams into reality. And Elon knew that this was just the beginning of their journey, one they would walk together, exploring new horizons and writing new chapters for the universe and humanity.